Hi, how you doing, and welcome back to the video on the channel. What we have for you today is our preview video going into Game Week 3. We're also going to take a quick look at how my team did in Game Week 2, as well as my team selection and transfer thoughts moving forward. If you are new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. The support has been awesome. We've got loads of new subscribers in the last couple of videos, and it really is appreciated. So if you can help with us reaching 200 subscribers, that would be great. Let's take a look at this week's team. So the team for Game Week 2 did incredibly well, to be honest, and we're going to get it on the screen now. And there's a little bit of luck involved in all weeks of FPL, but you make your own luck as well by playing the odds and the likelihood of things happening. And I did, in the end, decide to triple captain Haaland for this game week. Ipswich at home was just too good a game week to pass up, and I thought, at the very least, I can't see Haaland not scoring. So I was pretty sure that I'd get at least 24 points from the triple captaincy, and he scored two within like the first half hour, managed to get his hat-trick in the second half and gave me 51 points. Now, especially at the start of the season, that is a huge swing in points. And was I expecting a hat-trick? I wasn't expecting one, but I'm also not surprised that he did get one, if that makes sense, and I could have saved it for a double game week, and we did discuss in the video before Game Week 2 why I was thinking of triple captaining Haaland, and it worked out. So there's always luck involved, but you can't always make the outcome the defining factor. Even if he had blanked, I would still have said triple captaining Haaland against Ipswich at home was a good decision. It's just you can't always base the outcome as a measure of success in your decision making. You will make good decisions in FPL all season long and them not work out. So yeah, and also, I actually got some really good returns from other players in the team. Son, I could easily have triple captained him, not that I was ever going to, but he actually got only one less point than Haaland, which is a great return for him. Face and Robinson got 7 points each. Raya and Gordon got 10 points each, and it resulted in a game week score of 114 points, and it's put me at about 23,000 in the world. And on Saturday, after Haaland's game, I was about 8,600. Now, there's a reason I'm not putting in the title, 23,000 in the world, and it's the same reason we say when things don't go well at the start of the season, is that your rank actually doesn't matter. Like, sure, I'm really pleased that I've got more points than less points, but at this stage, until about game week 10, you're probably not going to see my rank posted in my video titles, because I think that'd be a bit hypocritical of me when I'm saying, don't worry about your score and your rank right about now, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. It's nice to have, but I will absolutely fall in rank probably in this next game week. It's really hard to keep this rank going and an even sort of progression for the next 36 game weeks. So whilst I'm pleased to have it, I'm not getting ahead of myself. There's so much football still to be played. So let's take a look at the fixtures for this game week. And in terms of captaincy, I think if you own Haaland again, that's a pretty good captaincy option. I think he's always going to give you a chance of scoring points. And really, you've got those premium players in your team. You might as well captain them. That's kind of what they're there for, is that captaincy option. I also think in terms of moving forward, maybe a Saka at home to Brighton could be a good situation. And, there's certain defences that we're starting to think could be targeting. I think aside from Haaland and Saka, I don't really know who you would captain, because Newcastle play Spurs and Man United play Liverpool. I actually don't hate like an Isak captaincy. I know we talked about him in a video a couple of days ago. He's one of the most sold players in FPL, but he's still so highly owned by so many people. I think Isak, with Spurs' defence being a bit hit and miss now and then, I think is probably your next best option behind someone like Saka or Haaland. And of course, Salah against Man United. Man United have been conceding goals as well. It's just the usual sort of players you would be thinking of for captaincy this game week. I don't think you need to try too hard to think outside the box with it. So the team for this game week looks as follows, and we did talk about another reason for triple captaining Haaland was because I don't really see myself keeping him for that long. And it is a bit of a risk to sort of get rid of Haaland and, not necessarily have any big hitters, especially with the captaincy sort of situation going on. But I am kind of inclined to keep him for the time being. West Ham away is a good fixture, and I think a big decision and a big factor of sticking with someone like Haaland and not being rushed to make transfers at this stage of the season is really because you can save up to 5 transfers now. Up till last season, you would lose a transfer at this stage. So I would have to make one. And, being able to save 5 does give you a bit more flexibility. If you don't have any glaring weaknesses in your team, you can just roll another transfer. Now, there are some weak points coming up in my team in the next few game weeks, namely someone like Chris Wood. Even though he's gone up in price, he will be being moved from my team probably after the international break, just because the fixtures don't look that great. Wolves at home at the moment, after they're conceding 6 to Chelsea, that looks like a great defence to target. I'm also inclined to maybe move from Son. Now, the plan was to go to Foden. Obviously, Foden didn't play in game week 2, and we talked about that in a previous video if you want to go check that out a bit more in depth. But I don't really see Foden being a problem moving forward. I think the team as it stands looks quite solid, and I'm maybe inclined to possibly roll another transfer now and then take the international break and go into the international break having 3 free transfers, and I can really have some flexibility because there's such a big gap in game weeks. A lot can happen. There can be a lot of injuries picked up in the international break. I would definitely look at sort of keeping that in mind if you're looking at making loads of transfers now. I could make that Son to Foden transfer, but do I think Foden could outscore Son, West Ham away versus Newcastle away? I think it's kind of 50-50. And to be honest, I was thinking of swapping Son to Foden last game week, and Son got 2 goals, Foden didn't even play. So there is a lot of sort of knee-jerk transfers going on at the moment, and I think sometimes it's just better just to sort of not press the transfer button and just wait and see. My team does look quite good. Fulham are playing Ipswich, which seems like a nice fixture. Everton, whilst they're not looking like a very good defence at all, play Bournemouth at home, which is a nice fixture, and Arsenal play Brighton at home. That's not too bad either. My main issue is the Spurs-Newcastle sort of clash that I've got going on, but that's going to happen in your team. And as we say, every game week there's going to be players in your squad who score 1 or 2 points in your lineup, and you do need some players to score you more consistently, which is what we've had so far. So let me know in the comments what you think about my team. Let me know if you think I should be making some transfers, and if so, who should I be getting in? I'm a bit cautious of like sideways moves. You could, in theory, I'm a bit priced out about it now, but the Andreas Pereira could swap to, another 5.5 or a 5 million midfielder. But I don't really see the need to make those transfers. That I could quite easily get in a player like that and they score 1 or 2 points as well. So I am thinking of sort of piling the transfers up a little bit to maybe have that Chris Woods transfer out, a Son transfer out, possibly even a Haaland transfer out, maybe even an Anthony Gordon, seeing how it goes, and then investing the money maybe in my defence, because Everton don't look like a good defence, and I don't necessarily want to be relying on a Leicester or Ipswich defender every game week. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Please do like and subscribe if you can help with the subscribers. Getting to 200 would be really appreciated. Go check out my wildcard video as well if you haven't already. Should be on the screen right about now. Good luck in this game week. Remember, it's just a game and your rank doesn't really matter at this stage. So just enjoy it and enjoy the ride. And I will see you in the next one.